Peace, Infinite Waters diving deep once again. How to deal with the emotional drive-by. Can I get a hello there? So what happens when you're just sitting there or you're walking along, someone pulls up to you and shouts at you for no reason. They scream at you for no reason. They dump their emotional baggage onto you for no reason. You have just been a target of an emotional drive-by. And many people are empaths. They absorb other people's energy very easily. And what I call the driver is aware of this. So I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey. I want you to take your mind back into ancient China. Now, you had a very powerful general. Everyone in the village was intimidated by him. He would insult people, cuss people out, and every single person he met had a duel with him, and the general always won because his words hit harder and people feared him. Nobody wanted to come across this general. So he was very pompous, walking around full of pride and arrogance. And then one day, he came across an old man. Why is it always an old man? I don't know. And he said, look at this foolish old man. And he started hurling insults at this old man. You are worthless. You are terrible. And the old man never responded to the general. And this confused the general because what the general would do is use other people's fuel against them. But guess what? The old man gave the general no food. He didn't accept his gift. So now it was almost as if the general was hearing his own echo. And all of a sudden, the general dropped to his knees and said, "Please forgive me, master, for all the people I have intimidated with my words, been mean to." And the master was just silent. So from that very famous, powerful story, I always remind myself that we are not other people's problems. And therefore, when you are dealing with the driver, multiple choice, or you're caught in the crossfire, are you going to A, run, B, stand there, C, duck, D, confront them, or none of the above? What's helped me along my journey is to always show compassion, place myself in their shoes. And just like the old man who is very wise, what happens? Instead of being dragged into someone else's storm, pull them into your peace. And it does wonders. Also, remind yourself to always see the very little secret that we have to set energetic boundaries. And that is what the old man did. Because where do emotional drive-bys happen? And how do they happen? How do emotional drive-bys happen? They happen when people feel they can get away with it through anonymity. high stress places, the workplace, people are stressed, what we call kick the cat syndrome. Someone shouts at you, you go home, you kick the cat. Cat didn't do anything. Same thing with the emotional drive-by. There are moods and cycles that we have to be aware of. And that is why I take nothing personally. When people are hurling insults at us or whatever it may be, many people feel it has something to do with them. And a lot of the times it is what the other person is going through. At the same time, there may be a message in there for you. What is that message? The message is asking you to take a look at yourself, because we can't control how people act. We can only control how we respond. And when people say things to us, what happens? If we get really angry, now we have to take a look within ourselves to see, why can this person trigger me like this? What can I learn from this person? Because in essence, that person is a messenger and serving as a catalyst to help you become your greatest version. So pay attention to the signs. Your greatest adversary is your greatest friend. At the same time, along my journey, sometimes people say, I am angry with you. I am disappointed in you. You have wronged me. And what do I say? What do I say? I say, I don't feel your anger. I don't accept your anger. I don't accept your disappointment. I am setting up an energetic boundary, just like the old man. And you send me the gift. Guess what? Return to sender is coming right back to you. Because many of us, we become victims. We start to absorb other people's energy because we don't know how to express ourselves 100%. And we have to become very clear that take a look at what I call the close circle. The company you keep is so important because we become like the people we surround ourselves with most often. I have wonderful friends. At the same time, I'm aware of how the universe works. Through contrast, we discover who we truly are. Hot, cold, yin, yang. So there are always going to be people who are going to push your buttons, because in essence, those people are helping you in your evolution. So it's all about changing how you see these people. It's not about fearing them, but at the same time, it's not about giving them all the attention through your thoughts. What do I say? Spending 1 minute thinking about someone you love is more beneficial than spending 60 minutes about thinking of someone who doesn't care about you. But a lot of us, we think of people who no longer serve us. We think of people who make us feel a certain way, and guess what happens? We become a vibrational match to that which we oppose. So in essence, we end up becoming like the emotional drive-byer, who is really hurt deep down inside. They have refused to take responsibility, so they shift the blame onto us. At the same time, there is a message always in life. And I always remind myself and say, what can I learn from this? What are they here to teach me? But at the same time, I am very mindful of how much attention I am giving to that person. Just like the old man. are you going to accept the invitation? Or are you going to return the invitation back to them? We are all here to not care about what other people think of us, even though what people think does matter, but we can always choose how we react and see that a lot of it is coming from our perception, our interpretation. Are we reading into things too much? Many times we think what everyone is doing is in response to us. But have you seen their day, their schedule? They've been running around the whole day, and now they just want to offload onto someone, which is you, because you are the closest person to them. So, nothing personal. What you are dealing with, the emotional drive-byer, I am not the cause of it. That is the mindset I have. And therefore, I respect myself enough to surround myself with those who uplift my spirit. Why? Because I see I am worthy. We're living in a magnificent universe. Right now is time for elevation. And the people I'm connecting with are all about solutions, high vibrational energy. And that's what we have to be aware of. Because we never attract what we want. We always attract what we are. You see, many times we find ourselves attracting a lot of situations involving emotional drive-bys because we have become a vibrational match to that experience. How do we change that? By simply not focusing on what that person is doing, but focusing on how we perceive ourselves to free ourselves, in essence, to become our greatest version. So there you have it. Remind yourself, you don't have to tolerate other people's BS. You are here to be free, to shine just like the sun. We are here, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.